Good afternoon, sir. NonyeRich Uzoma and real life. Welcome to the IC African podcast with Eze Collins Ebube. Today we have NonyeRich Uzoma. Is a great man, a person who can go all for you to make things work. He is such a great man of valor, and I am proud to have him here as my guest. Welcome, sir. How are you today?
I'm pretty good. Well,
All right. So today we're here to talk about balanced diet for healthy living. So let me remind you, DIC simply means deep insight conversation. So because I want everything here to be deep and I want it to be the same time inspiring to touch lives and make people to be free, financially healthy, and growth should take place. So that's my mandate: growth, freedom, and wealth. So health is wealth, right? So that I said, you'll be here to teach us balanced diet for healthy living. We want to know that. But before we start, I would like you to tell us who you are, maybe in 1 minute. Introduce yourself so that our audience will get to know you.
okay, good afternoon from wherever you're watching. Or good morning, or good evening, or whatever. Well, good is good. All good, good. So I am Uzoma Chinonyerem Victory, alias NonyeRich. NonyeRich is my brand name. That's why I take NonyeRich as a name. So whatever is a brand, it's you. So I am a certified or professional chef and baker. I was presently baking before I came here. I am a healthy chef that helps people to eat good food. Food. I am also a writer and an author and a vocal coach, and then partly I do graphic design to picture
Hello.
the future that they want to feature in. So that's who I am particularly.
All right, that's awesome. Like I was saying before, I can't wait to have that cake. Anyway, that's good. That's good. Welcome. So now we're talking on balance then for healthy living. So first of all, what can you define as healthy living? What is healthy living?
In a layman's language, living healthy, living in this world as a healthy person or as a healthy being, living particularly here on earth as someone who is not sick, who is not ill. Even when you are ill, you know that when you eat, you'll be fine. Maybe the illness is as a result of maybe you have not eaten the right food you are supposed to eat. So that's just generally what healthy living is. Living that lifestyle, having that lifestyle of being healthy, of being strong, of being well, I wanted to use a layman's word, but let me just leave it at that part. Being healthy, be strong, free from all form of illness and whatever.
All right. So what are these balanced diets, and why balanced diet for healthy living? Why balanced diet?
Now, we should know that as human beings, we have a diet that helps us to live either healthy or live unhealthy. That's living with illnesses and living with sicknesses and all. But then your diet should be balanced for you to live a healthy life. Your diet must be balanced for you to live a healthy life. And for you to live a healthy life, you give me sorry. For you to live a healthy life, you have to eat what is balanced. You have to eat those things that are balanced, and you have to eat those things that are balanced and those things that can also help you to live a healthy life. So that's why it's called balanced diet. Your diet must be balanced. Your diet must be balanced. When I mean balanced, I mean all in secondary school and primary school when we are growing up, we studied balanced diet, and we found out that balanced diet is the diet that contains all the six classes of food. And when we layman's language or understanding the six classes of food, we have the carbohydrates, which is the starchy foods. We have the proteinous foods. We have the fatty and oil acidical foods. We have the vitamins. We have our mineral salts, and lastly, we have water. So when all these things are combined together, we get the balanced diet for healthy living. Virtually, they may not all be in one food, but at least the necessity of those things, there should be the necessity of those things, at least three or more in your food. At least three or more in your food.
Can you hear me? Did you stop or you were doing
I
something?
stopped. I've answered the question. I stopped.
Okay, okay, all right, all right. Okay, what are these balanced diets for healthy living?
Like I said, those balanced diets are, like I said earlier, the layman's language, those balanced diets are those six classes of food that we eat. Those six classes of food, which I mentioned, the carbohydrate, starchy foods, that's the carbohydrate, the proteinous foods, and the vitamins, the mineral salts, the water, the fatty and oil acid foods. So those are the balanced diets. And when we now start breaking them down, we have our starchy foods, which comprises of the rice, a little bit. Beans also has starchy substances in it. The gari we eat, and spaghetti, the pasta, the noodles, and all. These are all starchy foods. And when we come down to the proteinous foods, we have our beans, we have our fish, we have our meats, we have our chicken, we have our eggs. When we come to the oil foods, we have our fatty foods that are necessary for our consumption, not too fatty. When eating foods, you shouldn't add too fat. That's why I say a little consumption of those things is necessary in your balanced diet of eating. Your balanced dieting, a little of those things are necessary.
So now you've mentioned the classes of food, vitamin, carbohydrate, mineral salts, water, fat, and oil. So now, when it comes to daily basis, how do we combine this food and know we are doing it right? How do we, for somebody who don't even know anything that's like balanced diet, so how do we compose rice and beans and plantain, or what of it that eat rice in the morning, afternoon, and night, and eba in the morning, afternoon, and night? So how do we balance it? Do we say those people that eat same food every day for 7 days are not really healthy?
Now, balanced dieting, it's not all about what you eat. It's basically three things. One, what you eat, when you eat it, and the right proportion of eating it. What you eat, when you eat it, and the right proportion of eating it. Now, the first thing is, what do you eat? I may eat rice every day, but at least adding a little bit of proteinous food like beans or egg, or adding a little bit of fatty oil, that's using my healthy oil into my food, or using my sorry. Oh God, I don't know what's wrong with my network. Sorry, 2 seconds. 2 seconds, please. So I'm back. I'm back. So, particularly when what do you eat? You can mix up rice and a little bit of proteinous foods, or fried plantains, or fried whatever, because at least the oil is inside of it. And then you can also eat the other things that are necessary, like adding your vitamins, like taking your fruits, taking your vegetables, and your vegetables that contain minerals, iron, and all, and taking your vitamins like your fruits, oranges, pawpaw, pineapple in a meal. But then, what is the right time of eating those meals? Because your right timing of eating those meals determines how balanced it should be. Now, like I tell people, when you eat your breakfast, some persons eat eba, download eba as breakfast. Sometimes you may have some proteinous stuffs inside of it, but that is not a balanced diet. In balanced dieting, breakfast is meant to be semi heavy, semi light. It's meant to be semi heavy and not light, sorry. Semi heavy and not light. That it's not meant to be light and it's not meant to be heavy. Just meant to be a normal food that you're supposed to eat. Now, when you take your breakfast, your timing of your breakfast also determines how your dieting is balanced. Some people will take their breakfast as early as 7 o'clock. It's very wrong. Breakfast is meant to be taken from 8 to 10 a.m. 8 to 10 a.m. Breakfast is meant to be taken from 8 to 10 a.m. That determines your it makes you a bit agile to do the work, and then the digestive system accepts that food immediately and works ahead of time. You give it at least 4 to 6 hours. If you eat by 8, you have about 6 hours more for your digestion to take place. If you take it by 10, you give it like 4 hours more for your digestion to take place. 4 to 6 hours is fine for your digestion to take place. Though, if you give it 4 hours, it won't so much digest as giving it 6 hours. But then your lunch, and again, your lunch should be within 2 to 3 p.m. Once your lunch passes 3 p.m. and gets to 4, then you are taking your evening food. And if you're taking that evening food and you want to take dinner, don't take food, rather take fruits. Rather take fruits. But if eventually you take lunch, which is within 2 to 3 p.m., which is advisable you take an heavy food. For those who are working, it's not possible to take heavy food for those who are working. But I will advise, even if you are working, even if you are not working, try and take heavy food at that period of time. So that when you are coming back from work, you are exhausted. You are not entering into the kitchen again to prepare anything, only for you to take something light. You can also take at that night period. Your night period should be, your food during the night should end latest 9 p.m. 9 p.m. is late, but latest for those Lagos people now traveling a long distance and all, coming back from work, and latest 9 p.m. Latest 9 p.m. If it passes 9:01, my friend, don't eat again. Just take fruits. If by eventually you want to just take something like food, Oats is fine. Cereals is fine. Take cereals with enough fruits in it. Like you can take golden morn and put some berries on it. You can take golden morn and put some sliced pawpaws on it. You can take oats and put some mango sliced on it or pawpaw sliced on it. Whatever berries, whatever you want to put, nuts like cashew nuts, like almonds, like groundnuts, whatever nuts. That's why I say balanced diet is particularly based on three things. If you want to have a dieting that is balanced, you must know what to eat, when to eat it, and the right proportion to it. The proportion, like I said in breakfast time, it shouldn't be heavy, it shouldn't be light. Afternoon is advisable you take heavy till night you take light, so that your system can adapt to the production. So because most persons they finish eating in the night, they download themselves with full food and all, and they find it difficult to pass out in the morning. You are destroying your system. If you cannot pass out when you come out in the morning, when you wake up in the morning before going out, then you have a very big issue with your system. So you should note that whenever you are eating or whatever you are eating, you should know in the night stroke morning, you should know that your system should nearly find a way to pass out that morning before you leave the house. So that's everything about dieting, balanced dieting. This topic is not so vast, but it is vast. It is not so vast, but it is vast. So it's a two-way thing. Balanced dieting is just basically on those three things. What do you eat? When to eat it? And what's right proportion to it?
Wow, wow, wow. You just said something that got me, and I am curious to ask this question. Is it compulsory? I love the word you use, the way you said it, not saying it the way we say it. Is it compulsory to pass out every morning before you leave your house? Even if you're not leaving your house, is it
Yes,
compulsory to pass out every morning, like every blessed day? And why is it
yes, it
compulsory?
should. Okay, now the system is I would like to say it has a lot of metabolisms in it. That if you don't pass out and it is saved in it, and whatever you're eating that keeps accumulating, it keeps accumulating, it keeps accumulating. Are you there?
I am here. I am here. Can you hear me?
Okay. So when it starts accumulating, you find out that your system will no longer accept the right digestive production it's supposed to accept. And when your system is not digesting those food, when you start having constipation, and when you start having constipation, before you know, there are some persons that don't pass out for one full week. Those set of persons should immediately go and see a doctor, to be honest. There are some
Are you
persons
serious? One week.
once you don't pass out for 3 days, in fact 2 days, find out what's wrong with your system. Some persons will be like, I can't pass out wherever that is not my house. I don't know how to do it. My friend, you have to learn how to do it because your system needs you to exit everything that needs to
Okay,
be exited.
okay. Hold on a sec. The way you're using passer, some people will not get to understand. Use the right word for it so they understand. When you say passer, be like, what is passer?
Pass
Passer.
out
It's not passing
physics.
exam.
Pass out physics. To pass out,
Physics.
to excrete those physics from your system. That's when I mean pass out. I don't want to, because now some restrictions. So let's just use some coded words. So
I
that's just it.
understand. I understand.
So once
I
you don't
understand.
pass out, the right time to pass out. Once you don't pass out those right time you're supposed to pass out, you tend to have issues with your system. And once your system is having issue, my friend, I don't think once your digestive system start having issue, you will eat and eat and eat and eat, and before you know, you start having constipations, start having issues with your lungs, you start having issues with some other sensitive parts of your body, which is not good.
Wow, wow. So what should we say that this balanced diet for healthy living is not for everybody or it's compulsory for everybody? What of these people who say, we are average, we are poor, and we can't afford to balance our diet for healthy living. So this is what we have, and we just have to do it anyway. We're not going to do this forever. It's just for some particular set of time or a period of time. So what do you have to say to them? That period of time might be like 5 years. It might be long.
Like I said,
But they'll say one day
like
God will
I
do it.
like I said, to live a healthy life, you don't have to break the bank. You don't have to break the bank. I know people that are living healthy without nothing. Yes. I can cook my rice with crayfish. I can use 500 naira and cook a pot of rice. I use my red oil, use my crayfish, and I've eaten balanced diet. My crayfish is a protein there. My rice is starch. My oil, fatty and oil has entered. When I drink water, I've taken more than 4 of these classes of balanced diet in just one meal with 500 naira. I can buy oil of 150 or 200 naira, buy crayfish of 200 naira. I may have rice at home and have salt and have pepper. Or I'll go and borrow a cup of rice from my neighbor. Worst come to worst, he must give me 1 cup of rice. Yes, worst come to worst, somebody must give you 1 cup of rice. Once I use that 500 and prepare rice, I can eat that rice in 2 days, in one full day, morning, afternoon, night. And I've eaten balanced diet. I can even go and buy fruits with that 500. Buy it plenty. Maybe the fruit that is in season. Buy it plenty. Mix it together. Cut it like fruit salad. Buy milk 100 naira. Use it and put it as water. Mix it with water. Sachet milk. Put it with water. Put it on the fruit. And eat. I have eaten balanced diet. Milk is protein. Fruits, vitamin. Some fruits are under mineral and salt. Once I get water and I download everything, Okpare, I've taken this thing. I've taken balance diet. So you don't need to break the bank. You don't need to become rich to eat healthy food. You don't need to become rich to live healthy. Yeah, you don't need to become rich to live healthy.
All right. What of now you said, for example, you buy rice 500 naira, you cook. So let's say, for example, now, you said it's not about what you eat when you, like, let me stand at this place now. You eat rice, you cook rice here, so you put crayfish. You eat that in the morning, afternoon, and night. It's your balanced diet if you repeat the same food for the whole day.
As far as I eat, the rice is not heavy. You all know that rice is not heavy. Rice is a light food. If I take a portion of rice in the morning at the right time, take it in the afternoon at the right time, I may increase the portion in the afternoon to make it feel like it's heavy, and then reduce the portion in the night. I am good to go.
Now when you're talking about portion, do you mean like overdose, like eating more? Is that what you mean about the portion of rice?
Yes, eating more, adding up to what I ate in the morning That's what I mean. Portion of. Yeah, that's what I mean.
So
Portion.
let's say overeating or overdose. When someone you say, let me just eat now because I don't have time, so let me eat everything like morning afternoon together, and maybe they actually don't know it again. Does that affect our healthy living or our
It
healthy lifestyle?
affects. That's why I told you that it affects. That's why I told you your right timing is necessary. You don't just eat a whole pot of rice in the morning and then you tell me, oh, because I won't eat in the afternoon. No, you must eat in the afternoon. Your system needs it. Or else you're on a fast. Your system needs it. So eat the right time in the morning, eat the right time in the afternoon. Don't just jam everything together.
Okay. All right. What of these people who don't know about the classes of food or the nutrients in food or food? How would they be able to understand this thing we are saying here? How can they manage to do better?
Um, everybody, everybody is not learned, but everybody is learned. I don't know if you get that. Everybody is not learned, but everybody is learned. So, if sorry,
Welcome back.
yeah,
All right. Are you good now? Are you good? We have just 10 minutes to round up. 10
okay.
minutes or 15. Let's just make everything fast so you go back to your work. Yeah. All right. You know, it's pretty clear. This place is better. Yeah. You
So you
said
were
it's not everybody that's
asking.
learning. Yeah. You
Yes,
said it's
it's
not
not
everybody that's
everybody
learning.
that it's not everybody that is learned, but everybody is learned because the world we have come into now, everybody is being taught on the right things to do. Particularly virtually, even our mothers that don't have good phones years back are now having Android phones. Yes, they are now having Android phones. So it's necessary that anything you don't know about, if you find out you don't know who to ask, you get your phone and Google it. Everything is there to read about. Everything is there to understand. If you don't know what the nutrients this thing gives to you, like some persons don't know that ginger and garlic, taking it every morning as a tea, helps you to be highly cerebral throughout your day. It makes your system okay. It detoxify your system. It makes you free from things that will cause you pains throughout the whole day. Most persons don't know, but when they read about it, they get to know.
Do you mean the raw garlic or the one that has been grounded for tea? 'Cause I think some say the reason why, like I do
The
eat
raw
garlic
one,
almost every time.
the
So I
raw
notice
one,
each
you
time
you
I
use it.
okay,
The raw
you
one, you
chew
use
it,
it with
right?
ginger. No, you use it with ginger and boil water and drink the water.
Okay, now I've not tried that before. And for according to me, I chew garlic more than ginger. So, but one thing I noticed, if I should do that in the day, I notice my mouth smells. But if I do it at night, it's better. So in the morning I can wake up and brush. But when it is in the day when I'm walking, then you will see that if I just talk, that odor will just, you understand?
It's not
I don't
advisable.
know
It's not
how
advisable. It's not
to do
advisable.
it in a day, right?
It's
To
better.
do it
It's
in the day,
better.
right?
It's better. Yes. If you are doing such a thing, it's supposed to be in the night. So when you wake up in the morning, you just brush up. And but then it's not advisable to just be eating ginger. You can take it as a drink. You can grate it and put water in it. Use hot water and sieve out the juice and remove the chaff. It's fine.
Okay, okay, fine. All right, fantastic. We are learning here. We are learning. That's why I have to call you. Maybe, thank God, it will not be hard for me now since I have a son that know all this thing. If I want to eat in the mouth, tell you, check this food though. See what the food is made up of. What should I remove? Should I remove the banana? Or I should give somebody else I should eat it? What about the plantain? Potato core? Should I keep it one
Hope,
side?
hope, hope your fee for consultation, your consultation fee will be put down. Hope your consultation fee will be put down.
That one in the future we'll pay.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you. You opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. So because you've said it, I will not need to ask this question since everybody is learning, but not everybody is learning. But we have smartphone to research some of these things, basic things is just very close to us since we have smartphone to Google or check a YouTube video. So we've come to an end of this podcast or this session. So this time around, I said we have about 10 minutes, so we spent about 3 minutes, seven. I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to you. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming to my program, my podcast. This podcast is not just about me, it's about you and every other person. But let's talk about the beginning. In the beginning, it was not so. I never intended to do podcast. I never intended to do podcast. We did reinvention conference April, started from April to 6 days, I think. Yeah, I think it's 6 days or seven. Was that 6 days program or seven? Reinvention conference was it 6 or 7 days? Could you remember?
Eh?
Reinvention conference was it 6 days or seven?
Sis.
6, yeah. We have about 13 speakers. So guys, I want to tell you what have been happening behind the scene. This man you are seeing here have been one of the greatest. Like he led a lot. In fact, he made everything happen. Midnight will be awake to call me. Okay, how do we do this? Let's do it this way. Let's do it that way. It made everything easy for me. So I have to appreciate him publicly. Normally I've posed, but I don't know how to stop saying thank you. I am proud to meet him in my life. I'm proud to meet you. I don't know if I'm saying this thing late, but I pray it's better late than never. So I want to appreciate you. He's actually my son and my brother. So I'm proud to have him as my son. I am just if it is other people, I would say I'm just his boy. So I'm just his father. So he's a son to me and we'll be doing well. Anyway, I can still be your boy anyway. I'm just your boy and your father, and I'm honored. Thank you for finding me valuable. Thank you for giving me your time, your precious time. Midnight, even when you were sick, he was still leading. Reinvention conference was still leading. You have to generate many things, make things work, automate it, brought the email to make collect contact and everything. He did everything. Like he did 80% of the job in reinvention conference. And as of then, when I met him, I think it wasn't it last year we met. It was last year, right? Yeah, just not up to a year. Told me, wow, I love what you do, and I would love you to be my mentor. Young person like this is good. And I was like, okay, fine. And I don't take people like that to to trust people nowadays is very hard. But I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he did it, and we are now growing. We are now growing, and it's one of the best. So I want to say thank you. Thank you, son. I am happy. And I want to apologize for all the wrongs, like not calling often. When you were sick, you told me, and I did not call. And I'm very sorry. I apologize. I have to apologize again. And also, I want to appreciate again. Thank you for doing this for me. Thank you for always being there for me. You even went to invite your friends, share my post, made people to know me. Thank you, and God bless you. More will come. Greatness is calling you. You are made for more. The sky is a starting point. I am blessed to have you. Thank you so much, NonyeRich. Thank you for who you are and what you are becoming. Remember, we are in the process and you will get there definitely. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but somehow, somewhere, someday, you will get everything you ask the universe to give you. Thank you. Are you there?
Yeah. Okay.
So, what do you have to say before I end this session?
Eat healthy, live healthy. Don't bring the banks because you want to eat healthy. It's in your power to eat healthy. It's in your power to live healthy. It's in your power to be healthy. So take it, take the bull by the horn and eat and live healthy. Thank you.
All right, I want to say something before we end. Yeah, it's still one thing, or let's say two things. This is it. I hope you accept my apology and my appreciation. Is it accepted?
All are
I want to
accepted.
be
All
very.
have been accepted long time ago.
All right, thank you. Let me not disturb you. Remember that I love you so much. I love you. I love you. Okay, so go back to work. We'll talk later. Hmm? Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Change is hard. I know people make it seem like a walk in the park and they tell you to change yourself, reinvent yourself, go to 2.0 and all that, but it is a different story in the real world. As much as we would love to change, our inherent nature prefers to stay where it is, especially when we don't know exactly how to do it. Can you now see that the fight for greatness is between you versus you? And as you may know, reinventing yourself is an important step to staying relevant in today's rapidly changing world. This is why Ume Kolintibube, aka the Success Soldier, has brought together 12 profound speakers in a 6-day conference titled Reinvention 2023, Disrupting You for Global Relevance. The speakers are Awesomeness Eswabana, Ni Shoinka, Dr. Umieka Chiemele, Jasper Ifeanyi, Shegun Manuel, Mark Idiahi, Emmanuel A. Amadu, Solomon Ota, Elisha Maman, Frederick Namdi Ibembo, Okoye Ijoma Dicta, Raymond Okpani, the panelist, the energetic EJ, Pressure Chukwemeka Nwusu, and the keynote speaker, Emmanuel Olatunji, EGA. Regardless of your background or status, this is your chance to redesign your life and transform into the next level you. Click the link anywhere around this video to register for this life-changing conference. See you there.